Welcome back, everybody, to The Price is My Life. We are live from Switzerland. That's right. We are undercover at the World Economic Forum in Davos, however you pronounce it, in Switzerland here, exposing climate modification, weather modification, all types of things happening at the World Economic Forum. We're going to take you through it. Before we get to the video, this show is brought to you by our sponsors at American Independence Gold and Impact Health, two partners who believe in protecting what matters most, your future and your well-being. We're very grateful for their support. We're very grateful that they're helping us fund this type of investigative journalism. So let's jump right into the show. We're here in Switzerland. As you can see, I'm in the vicinity of Davos. We sent a team of undercover people inside the organization in the conference, specifically into the climate areas. We've heard about this chemtrail thing. We've heard about reports of weather modification. So we wanted to see what was really going on, talking to those global elites. And as you can tell, I'm very cold right now. We are overseas with a team of undercover people. We've got a lot to unpack here. A pretty remarkable video. Hotels, they're all getting drunk, talking about their climate scams.
With sulfur dioxide, there's actually a pretty cheap way to cool down the earth.
Oh yeah.
So let's say minus aluminum oxides and some cocktail spraying above our heads. Yes.
We're looking at Vanguard Technologies, we're building our own platform. Wow. We're working with laser light comms and DARPA. That company, do you have that company in your portfolio that does artificial rain? There might be people around me that would be alleged to have an inclination to do that.
Someone noticed, so we have to get the hell out of here. My team here, we are in the Alps, the Swiss Alps, at an undisclosed location. Maybe some of you smart people on the internet can figure exactly where I'm standing, but I'm in the vicinity of Davos, so we decided to pack our bags, get a bunch of undercover people, hidden cameras, and infiltrate the World Economic Forum, or some of the Swiss people call it WEF. WEF, we've heard it being referred to. And it's not, it's WEF. We call it WEF, World Economic Forum, yeah? Where a lot of the business leaders, shady elites, and the most infamous big business villains, some of these people actually looked like James Bond villains, come together to discuss ways to make themselves richer. So what really goes on? What do they really say? We're going to take you there. So this time we needed a disguise. You remember the $10 wig we used to infiltrate the 8A subcontractors? I went with a slightly fancier wig, a pair of European glasses, some topical solution, a very expensive Italian tie, and a custom suit. And to my shock, not only did that not make them suspicious, it actually, they liked me. I was smoking those really skinny cigarette things to look more European. In fact, nobody was suspicious whatsoever. I'm Swiss. I'm going undercover to talk about the climate initiative of aerosol, as you say in English, aerosol initiative, to combat the climate change situation, yeah? We work with a company called, how you say in the English, aerosol injection into stratosphere. The particles to block sun, completely block the sun. We also built a fake website and a company called Climate Systems Engineering Group. We had a bunch of business cards on our website. We talked about this climate work that we do on behalf of governments. We have investor money. We want to give money to people to do what we're doing and see what they might say. So we're leaving Bad Ragaz Switzerland. We're headed to Davos, as the Swiss call it. As you can see, what beautiful scenery. We got to get through the security checkpoint. We're going to tell them that we're skiing, which we were, in Pisa, and hopefully that gets us into town without any issues. And we're posing as Climate Systems Engineering Group, trying to get that sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere to prevent the sun from coming through. That'll help cool down the environment. That's our cover in Davos. So first of all, there was an insane amount of security at Davos, men with guns everywhere, even a security checkpoint on the way to the location. We got stopped once. We did not say we were press. We said we were skiing, which we were, but now we're not. And we got stopped once, and they asked us a bunch of questions and let us through. So it's very sort of dark energy here. I would say it kind of feels like maybe the absence of God. They're giving free stuff out, like s'mores and chai tea, and I don't know, it feels like non-human. They gave me this hat. It says Zurich on it. I don't smoke, but I'm pretending to because everyone is smoking. Like, everybody. Never quite experienced anything quite like the energy or lack thereof. So Sunday night before the event began, there were these events at bars, upscale hotels. It was very difficult to stay in the hotel. You might get kicked out checking for a badge. I actually wore a lanyard with a badge on it. It wasn't a Davos badge, but it was turned around so nobody was the wiser. So right behind me is the Coast Hotel. I'm going to go in there. I'm not going to use this wig, but I'm going to go in there with my sister, who says she has a rich father in politics, and we're going to try to see if we can get some information about some carbon taxes. Right behind, we're going to try to just sneak in. So for our first stop, we snuck into the Post Hotel, where they were having a climate scale-up event, and we were able to just walk right in. There you see me just walking into the event with my colleague, my sister, as part of this Climate Systems Engineering Group. Now, there inside that hotel, we met a woman named Sarah Lemnier, who talks about her job implementing carbon taxes and climate credits on governments, businesses, and civilians around the world. There was a very loud guitarist playing some operatic version of John Lennon right behind us as we spoke. We apologize for the sound distortion on that. Now, Sarah even boasts that she's in one of the largest climate tax innovators in the United Kingdom, meaning they develop new ways to tax people and governments for the use of carbon. So their idea of reducing carbon emissions is to profit off of it.
Are you working with carbon taxes? We don't have the largest climate tax Are you helping rolling out carbon taxes in any other countries?
CBAM, or Carbon Border Adjustments, is a new scheme in the European Union that involves charging additional carbon fees on every item that is imported or exported. This includes steel, cement, aluminum, fertilizers, electricity, and hydrogen. Sarah Lemnier, CEO of SLK Capital, is helping companies lower their carbon footprint, so they are the leading export companies exporting materials to Europe so they can get more business. And this is in preparation for the carbon tax to start. Now, once the carbon tax starts, these companies will get more business because their carbon tax will be lower. In other words, it's all about money.
A portion of the taxation, we're helping them implement this in their countries. Do you get that?
We also work with companies to give them like a new revenue stream to strengthen the business model. So for instance, CBAM, we are interested and we see how we can help companies in LATAM, in Africa, in India, decarbonize their operations so that they remain competitive to export to Europe. So that's and lastly, we work with large foundation and development partners like the World Bank and institutions to structure investment vehicles for them so that we can bring in and mobilize more capital.
The next day, through networking at this event, we were led to another